And the eighth reason, it's actually the main reason, it's one of the main reasons why I decided not to purchase in a privada. And that was based on all the rules that you have to abide by living in a privada, right? Because people are paying premium to live there. Well, depending on the provider, not all providers are premium. But nowadays, in 2025, I'm finding that many of those providers are even getting more and more local, crazy and crazy in terms of the asking price. So people are living, they are middle class, upper middle class, and so they want things to be a particular way, to be a particular standard. They don't want to live like the local Yucatecans, so they want something more organized and clean and this and this and that, which is good. And so they have all these rules and on stuff that you can or you cannot do in that provider, and most importantly, things that you cannot do to your house. So if you live in a provider whereby it came all pre-built, everything looks the same, you can't just wake up and decide to paint your house or change the facade of your house, right? That is not allowed. That is not allowed. So everything has to look the same, right? So that everything looks cohesive, right? And I just thought, how about no? And so briefly, to also share a few things about privadas, there are some privadas whereby you buy a land in the privada. You buy a land or many plots of land, right? And then you will now build on the privada. You choose your own design, your own whatever, and you build. So in that case, you build to your own preference, right? And there are some providers whereby you buy already built homes, right? So that's where sometimes they can tell you what you can or cannot do to the facade of your home. And I just thought, okay, like, this is just too much. Like, all the rules that I have to follow, like, at this age, I'm trying to live under as little rules as possible. Like, if by this age you guys don't know how to behave yourselves, then really it's quite unfortunate. But rules are there for a reason, because people sometimes like to test their limit, right? Like, how far can I go with this? How far can I go with this? So I do understand that, but just too many rules, no.